So, you will be teaching tomorrow here,
Yes.
a full-day seminar about bedwetting, about enuresis and encopresis, and pulling out the hairs. I think you have not this problem, what I can see.
That's quite right.
You still have it.
You should see how long it was before I had that problem.
And is enuresis in United States, where you are teaching and working, also such a big problem like it is in Germany?
Huge.
Huge.
The estimated about 20 million children over age 5 or 6 have this problem. When we talk about nocturnal enuresis, we're talking about children who wet the bed, who are more than 6 years old and wet the bed only at night and don't have daytime wetting. The vast majority of them are not medical problems, and they act like a habit acts. So we can approach them with that in mind. So we ask parents not to limit their fluid intake because it has nothing to do with how much you drink before you go to sleep, though many people think that it does. Mm-hmm. We ask parents to limit caffeine because caffeine will make you urinate twice as much as if you drink water. Yeah.
What you are typically teaching the children in what they can do that they can faster overcome the problem?
You know, the most important thing is to teach them how the body works. Mm-hmm. And many children and many parents believe if you ask them what the brain is doing during the night, they say it's sleeping. I tell the children we have a name for that in medicine when the brain is asleep. It's called dead. And so instead we explain how the body works. I draw a picture for them. I show them on their body where the brain is, where the heart is, where the bladder is. And we talk about, in a very natural, instructive way, without any hypnosis, how the brain communicates with the bladder. And I ask them, how do you stay dry in the daytime? And they know that they must get a signal from the bladder in the day, and the brain gives a signal back. And so we make a mock conversation between the bladder and the brain. I tell them, you know, your brain has a mini cell phone and your bladder has a miniature handy, and they talk to each other. And I tell them the conversation. You know, hello brain, this is the bladder speaking, I'm full. The brain sends a message back, thanks for calling, keep the gate closed, because it wouldn't be so nice to pee on Dr. Cohen's chair. And then I instruct them. They have to give the same instructions to their brain and bladder at nighttime before they go to bed.
And when you work with children who have the encopresis problem, are there differences?
The differences are that I don't think that hypnosis alone is a treatment for encopresis. I think hypnosis alone with education and self-monitoring is a great treatment for nocturnal enuresis, but for encopresis, it's essential that parents learn how encopresis happens. And most encopresis, 99%, comes because of constipation. And sorry to say, many doctors do not know the appropriate treatment for constipation. I can tell you that many doctors prescribe medication. I have never prescribed medication for constipation or encopresis, and they all get better when they follow the directions. And the directions are simple. They're directions about what's a good anti-constipating diet, and keeping track, and how the body works. And you know, I tell parents very clearly, 85 to 90% of children and families who follow this pattern solve the problem. And they look very curious and say, what about the 10%? And I said, the 10% are parents who didn't follow the program. And that's true.